Welcome back to part 2 of my shelf that's going to go at the bottom of my steps. And I spent yesterday doing a lot of the hard work. I cut it, I sanded, and put the stain on, and actually managed to get the first coat of finish on. So I don't exactly know how I'm going to edit all of that. So you may have seen some of that, you may not have, but I am going to do a very light wet sand with 220 and then clean it up and put a second coat of finish on, and we'll see how it goes. All right, let's get to work. So I didn't film it because I was under some time constraints to get everything down and set before my glue set, but I wanted to show this quick tip. I took some blue painter's tape and sticky side in. If you stick it over the tip, probably can't see, but and then you seal it up. And then get a marker and write the date on it, then you know the last time you used it. So at a pretty quick glance you can tell whether or not it's still good or you definitely know it's bad. There you go. Now, I need to go show you what it looks like now with the glue and the shelf and all my weights on it. So, let's go look at that. Well, that's it. It is done. The shelf is done. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. When it was all done, I actually finished both sides. I realized I needed to scuff up or rough up the underneath where I was actually going to glue it, which, by the way, between my wife and my dad and I, we finally decided we'll just glue it down. We thought about using brass screws in the top, finish nails, all sorts of different stuff, and in the end we realized if we use some sort of mechanical fastener, I would have to come back and refinish the top. So I just decided to glue it. So glued it down, and it's set up very, very quickly. So quickly, in fact, this one end over here is a little bit high. Annoys me a little bit, but it's okay. I did weight it down. I actually used some 5-gallon buckets of paint just to weight it down, but in the time it took to put the glue down, put the shelf down, put a towel down, and then put the buckets on, it had pretty much already set up. And all that's really left is to put a little piece of quarter round underneath both sides so that it hides the rough finish of the drywall and most of the screws. And that's it. It was relatively easier than well, it wasn't easier than I expected. It was about as hard as I expected, but it turned out much better than I expected. So I'm happy with it. My wife is happy with it. My kids are happy with it. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. Hope I entertained you at least a little bit. And we'll see you on the next video.
I got you with my caulking gun.
Yeah, what if I get my hand full? No gun thing would you get? By the way, hashtag not sponsored.